What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Transfer Rumour. Today we have episode 14, and we are also including managers in today's episode with 2 confirmed ones and 1 potential one. So I'm looking forward to bringing them into this series. I just want to quickly set a like target for this video. I want to see if you guys are enjoying it, and if I set a like target and you guys smash it, it means I know that you guys are really enjoying this series. If we can smash 25 likes on the video, guys, that would be absolutely insane. So make sure to like it if you are enjoying this series so far. Also make sure to comment down below if you're enjoying this series. We then go on to the first player, guys, is going to be Edison Cavani, of course, at PSG. At the moment, hasn't really had the best career at PSG, of course being overshadowed by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's been moved to the kind of left wing role recently in recent years for PSG, and I don't know if he's enjoying it as much as maybe he did at Napoli at the striker role. So I think he will be up for a move because he isn't doing great. I suppose he might get his chance this year at PSG considering Ibrahimovic is left, but I guess we'll never know. It looks as if Conte does want him. 50 million is quite a lot though for a player that hasn't really impressed. I'm going to give it a rumour rating of 4. I'm not going to put it any lower because I feel like it is unlikely because of the amount of strikers Chelsea have. They've got 4 at the moment, but he could use them at left wing and stuff like that. And I'm also going to give it a transfer rating of 9, as it would be a decent transfer if Chelsea could pull this one off. We then go on to Jordan Ayew. Didn't have the greatest season at Aston Villa. He had a decent season, probably one of Aston Villa's better players, but what players at Aston Villa did actually have a good season in general. He's been linked to Hamburg for 8 million. I can see him leaving just because of the fact that he might not want to play in the Championship, and other clubs might be interested in him because he is a good talent. Rumour rating of 6 is what I'm going to give it. I think it's a bit too early to say whether this is going to happen or not. I'm going to give it a 6 because I feel like that's just kind of putting it in the direction of it happening, but not actually full on saying it's going to happen. And also a transfer rating of 9, as I think this would be quite a good deal for Hamburg. They're going to get a quality striker, a young quality striker, if they do pull it off. We then go to Ryan Giggs, of course, was at Manchester United as a coach last season. I think he was the assistant manager to Louis van Gaal. He was a manager before that, before they signed Louis van Gaal, in the time period between David Moyes and Louis van Gaal. So yeah, he's got not a lot of experience. That's the only reason I've given him a transfer rating of 8, guys. I think if he did join Hull, he would be decent. He wouldn't be amazing. I can't see him being a really world class manager. I think he'd be okay. He didn't have much experience, so as I've said, he was only the assistant manager at Man United, so that's the only reason I'm going to give it a transfer rating of 8. Also a rumour rating of 8 as well, as of course they need a new manager after Steve Bruce did resign last night. We then go on to Andre Schürrle. This was confirmed yesterday. He has joined Borussia Dortmund for 30 million euros, the most expensive player I believe they've ever purchased. They've just bought Mario Götze. They've bought some incredible players this summer. Dembele, Guerrero or something like that, the left back. They've bought Rode. They've bought just quality players, and it'll be interesting to see how well they actually do last season. Of course, beating Man United 4-1 yesterday, absolutely destroying them, which I was glad to see. We've got a rumour rating of 10 though, as of course this one has been confirmed, and also a transfer rating of 9. I think he'll do very well. Of course he is playing left mid. They might have to move him about a bit because of Royce. They might try him out in maybe the right mid position, try him out in other positions. But it'll be interesting to see how he actually plays at Borussia Dortmund, and if he can help them maybe even challenge Bayern Munich for the title under Ancelotti next season. We then have Sau. I knew about this guy a couple of years ago. He was quite good in career mode actually, when I used to play career mode. And he was actually quite good in Ultimate Team as well. His card does look pretty decent when you look at it. I thought he played for Fenerbahce, to be honest. He does have a Fenerbahce card, I believe, in Ultimate Team. He plays for Al Ahly. I don't know if he's in loan there. I think he might have been at loan at Fenerbahce, and it looks as if Crystal Palace now want to get him on loan. I'm going to give it a rumour rating of 6, as it's kind of early stages, but it looks like it might happen, but still is early stages. And we've got a transfer rating of 8. I think this will be a decent deal for them, and I think he'd do pretty well at Crystal Palace just in general. We then go on to Romelu Lukaku. Of course, I said there would be a second one, Chelsea kind of striker signing thing in this episode, and this is it. 50 million for Lukaku. It just seems too much. He's not worth 50 million in my opinion. He was okay last season. He kind of did well at the first half of the season. He kind of broke down the second half and didn't do it anywhere near as well. I'm going to give it a rating of 2. I don't think they're going to sign back Lukaku. I just can't see it happening. He is the only reason I gave Cavani was a 4 is because if he is signing him, he can play Cavani in different positions. It's not just striker. With Lukaku, you can only really play him at striker, and that's why I put the rumour rating down, because they don't need a striker. They just don't. They've got Diego Costa, Batshuayi, of course Remy and Traore as well, of course. So I'm going to give it a transfer rating of 9, obviously, because it would be a decent signing, but I can't see them spending 50 million on another striker. We then go into Buffal. A lot of you guys might know him. He's got a team of the season card this year, done very well in the Ligue 1 last season for Lille. He's been linked to Watford for 16.7 million. Apparently there's massive clubs, Barcelona, even West Ham and stuff, like really big clubs are after him, and he's decided to move to Watford instead of teams like Barcelona. Fair play to him. Maybe he wants to kind of get himself more known in the map. I'm not too sure why he's doing it, but he has decided to do it. Maybe he wants some more game time. That's probably the main reason for it. I'm going to give it a rumour rating of 8. I can see this one happening. I think he will move. I don't know if he'll be to Watford, but I'm pretty sure he will move. But Watford seem as if they are kind of the main party in this and seem like they're the main ones that he could sign for. I'm going to also give it a transfer rating of 10. He looked very, very good. I've not actually really watched him, but apparently he looks very, very, very good. A very good youngster, and it'll be interesting to see if he rips up the Premier League next season and maybe bangs in some goals and gets a few cheeky assists. So I'm looking forward to actually watching him next season as part of the Watford team. We then go on to another manager. Of course, it is going to be David Moyes. His previous club, Real Sociedad. Was he fired? I'm not too sure if he was fired for them. Of course, he was fired from Man United. Not sure if he got fired from Real Sociedad though. But he has just joined Sunderland on a is it 3-year deal? I don't know, 3-year deal or something like that. I'm going to give it, of course, a rumour rating of 10. It has been confirmed he has joined Sunderland after Big Sam, of course, did leave, and also a transfer rating of 9 as well as this. I think he will actually do very well, do a lot better than he did at Man United, in my opinion. He might even be close to what he did at Everton. Of course, he did very well at Everton, and I can see him doing roughly the same at Sunderland, sorry. So it'll be interesting to see if he can regain the form he had, and he doesn't kind of get brought down by all the media and the press putting pressure on him because of his last campaign in charge of Manchester United. So I hope he does well. I hope he can keep them out of relegation as well, as he is a world-class manager when he can actually perform. So hopefully he can do that next season. We then go on to Moussa Sissoko of currently Newcastle, but of course they just have been relegated to the Championship. It looks like a move could be on for Real Madrid. The only thing is 40 to 50 million. I'm not too sure if that's euros or pounds. Did a lot of research into this. This was roughly the price. I was hearing stuff 49 million, hearing stuff 40, hearing stuff 42, 46. So I'm not too sure exactly the price, so I'll put it at that. I'm going to give it a rumour rating of 6. I think he will leave, but it just seems too much. I would have put this higher if it wasn't 40 or 50 million. Will they want to pay that much on Sissoko? I'm really not too sure. And I'm also going to give it a transfer rating of 7, because if he did sign for Real Madrid, he probably wouldn't be a main starter, and that's why 40, 50 million does seem quite a lot. But it could happen. I suppose we never know. We then have Riyad Mahrez to Arsenal. I'm going to give this a rumour rating of 7. I'm just going to go straight out the way with that. Apparently they have, this is apparently legit, they have sent a deal 42 million to Leicester. It depends on whether or not Leicester will accept the deal. I don't know if they will, considering they just let go of Kante. Well, they went to let go of another one of their best players last season. I don't know. 42 million though is quite a lot. 42 million pounds that is. 50 million euros. A rumour rating of 7. I think I've put it high up at 7 because, of course, a transfer deal could happen here. They have sent the money over. They have offered 42 million. It'll just be interesting to see whether or not Leicester do accept it. I'm also going to give it a transfer rating of 10. Of course, any team Mahrez goes to, it'll be a very good deal for them. We then have Big Sam. I know the picture looks pretty weird, but it was one of the coolest ones I probably could find. Of course, his previous club was Sunderland. He's just joined England on a deal. Not too sure how many years the deal is. Probably between 3 and 5 years, I would be thinking. A rumour rating of 10, as it has been confirmed, and I'm only going to give it a transfer rating of 7. And normally don't really do any less than maybe 8 or 7. But I just don't think it's the right thing. I don't think it's the right manager that England need. I don't think he's going to do as well there as maybe some critics and stuff have said. I think he's a decent manager. He's not a world class manager. He's not the kind of manager that can help England become bigger than the Premier League. That is what he said. The main problem was the Premier League is becoming bigger than the national team, and that's something that he wants to sort out. But I just can't see him doing it, unfortunately. But you never know. Maybe he can, in fact, do it. We then go on to the final one of today's episode, guys. It is going to be, of course, Mario Gomez of, well, now nobody, because he's just left Besiktas to get married a couple of days ago in Munich. He has left Besiktas as he is worried about all the not terrorism, but all this stuff going on with the government and stuff like that at the moment. He said he doesn't want to be there next season, so he has left the club. I'm not too sure if this means that Dortmund can get him for free. Dortmund are kind of the main ones linked with him at the moment. Does this mean they can get him for free? I really don't know. They might still have to pay Besiktas something, but I'm thinking if he has left, I'm not too sure if he's a free agent. I'm really not sure about this one, guys. It's just kind of happened in the last couple of hours, maybe the last couple of days as well. I'm going to give it a rumour rating of 7. I think this could be a decent deal for Dortmund. He will, of course, be the backup striker to Aubameyang, unless Aubameyang goes. But they have a really solid team. Probably one of the best teams in Europe next season. One of the best young teams in Europe next season, when you do look at the players they do have. A transfer rating, a rumour rating, of course, of 7 is pretty decent as well. I feel... of course, he will move now that he's left Besiktas. Will it be Dortmund though? I don't know, because he used to play for Bayern Munich, of course. Will he want to do that to his old club, kind of as a traitor, I suppose some people would say? I don't know. I'm also going to give it a transfer rating of 8, guys. I think this would be quite a good deal for Dortmund if they could get a backup striker as good as Mario Gomez. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode, make sure to smash the like button. As I said, if we can get 25 likes, guys, that'd be absolutely insane. Subscribe, guys, as well if you're new to the channel. And apart from that, I'll see you guys next time.